2022 GMC Terrain. Got a busted shark hook antenna, shark fin antenna. Wife backed out of the garage and just caught the back hook of this. Ripped it right off the top there. Had a couple broken metal pieces that came out, so just went ahead and looked up that part. Got a replacement. Got that part there, so pretty straightforward. Got a harness here. Those will both plug into their terminals on the inside, and then this clip is what actually catches the metal of the actual car, and then this is what helps secure it in place, keep it nice and snug. So as far as that goes, we'll get into this here. You're gonna have to pull back the weather stripping. There is an adhesive that helps keep it stuck there, so if you wanted to find some sort of adhesive or something to replace it with, I'm probably just gonna put it back on there, and it fits into the backside groove. You just get your fingers up behind here and it'll peel back, and don't be afraid to pull it off of there. And then you've got a pin there, plastic clip there, plastic clip here, and the light. So the light gave me a bit of a fit, but I went ahead and popped the clips first. If you get fingers far back enough to apply enough leverage while you're fighting this liner a little bit, those pop down. And then with the light, I was able to push up on either side of the liner to get up underneath it while watching on this side where it clips into place here. And just kind of worked it back and forth a bit. This clip wants to stay in there pretty good, so I don't think there will be an issue putting that back up in there once we're all said and done. And then these, pull the liner down a little more. These are our terminals that we need to disconnect here. So we'll go ahead and do that, and we'll get into the rest of it. You are likely gonna need two hands for this, but you need to push this part of the prong in. Push that in to be able to pull these out, and then this is where we need to access. We're gonna need probably a socket with an extension to get up in there to get this loosened up, get that bracket to pop down. This metal bracket should come off, and we're gonna push in on the sides of this tan clip. Either side there's got a clip holding on to it, and then it should pop out that whole base on the top there. So we'll go ahead and get these disconnected, get that taken off, and then we'll see about putting the new one in. All right, so the new replacement part comes with a new bolt, as well as a new retaining clip there, and also this metal bracket. You're gonna be looking at a size of 13/32. I'm just gonna use a nut driver, get up on there, get that nut taken off of there, and then that whole bracket should just pop out of there once I squeeze the clips on either side. Got these disconnected, just push the prong in there, and then they should pop out. So if you push it with your index finger or whatever, if you got two hands available, go ahead and pop it out of there. It came out pretty easily, and that's just the two wires that we'll have coming off the new part too. So go ahead and get this off now. So once you've got that metal bracket off, I ended up using I used an impact just to get it off with a little bit of a flexible bend on it, and ended up going through the light port that's on here, and then feeding it up and through the backside to get that bolt undone. And what I actually ended up doing was, once you have that bolt out, that whole bracket will come up. This metal bracket, or the plastic bracket, will let you pull this antenna base off the actual car. So now this is free. Once I get the clip, once I had some access to get that clip up, and I have a new one, so I'm not worried about breaking this one off. But if you don't want to break it off, then you'll have to squeeze it from the underside with some needle nose pliers or something like that. It's actually got an opening on the one side, so you can just fish it off the wiring and then pull this piece out. So did some damage there. So now we'll go ahead and insert the new one and sleeve it through, and we'll get the clip back on there. It's very important that you get the clip back on. There's an opening on the one side of the clip, So once you get this base off of the top of the car, you start feeding the wires through, you can actually slip this plastic piece off one side because it kind of buckles once you take it off. So we'll go ahead and stick this through. This will lock into place. We'll get the nut and the bracket back on there. Came with a new one, so I'll just use the new ones and then should be good to go. We'll button it back up. All right, so we got the new one. Wires are fed through the opening. We went ahead and pushed our clip down. That way we don't have to mess with it too much more. And on the back side here, our wires are stubbed through here. So we'll get those guys plugged in here. You've got a prong on the top. Looks like we should just lock it in place here. You've got this, it should only go one way. You've only got a clip there on the top. So nice clip spot. This one back up and through. Same thing on this one. It's got this hook right here. It needs to go on the top side. Get that clipped into place. And now we'll go ahead and throw our bolt with our bracket right back in here, and then we'll snug it down. It pushes against the frame of not the frame, but the actual metal of the car right there. So we'll get there's no specific direction, just make sure each leg goes into a corner. And we'll get that started and get that snugged down, and then get the liner button back up, and we should be good. All right, so you get the clip back on, you get the bracket back on, got the bolt in. I haven't tightened it down yet. But as you tighten it down, these legs will spread to the sides there, like your sister, and snug it down. So get that nice and secured. You can see how the legs kind of end up snugging up, pushing up against the side. So now we should be good. I'll just make sure the wires aren't gonna get kinked in the way there. Gonna tuck them up and out of the way. We'll take our light from the underside, get that back into the groove there. Good, and don't be afraid to push that up into place. And take our clip, our retaining clip here for the liner. Get that shoved back up into place. Same with the other side here. Shove that back into place. You might have your liner pop out on the sides here. You just have to reline that back up here. Get it back under this plastic trim. All right, got that all fed back through. Everything's good, all buttoned up underneath. Had a little trouble with the light. Had to pull the seal back a little bit more to pop the headliner down and readjust it, but we got that squared away. And then as you get the liner back in, you'll feel that it only slides in that back groove. And you'll just kind of want to run your finger, pull this part of the lip back, because this little bit of the headliner is what it catches, and feed your finger, pulling the seal back while pushing up on the liner that's trailing to help feed that back up and through and get it nice and secured. So I got that. I had to pull the liner back to get it tucked back up underneath here. So got that all squared away. It's all good to go. Should be good. Don't make anything easy anymore, do they? Seat's on there pretty good. It's nice and secure. I might run like a real tiny bead of silicone around the lip of it, because it just barely misses. And the weather strip that comes on, it's not super, I don't know, and I just don't trust the fact that the water could seep through there. So probably just a real minor bead of silicone around the base, nothing crazy, just to fill that little gap, and then should be good to go. So like, comment, subscribe. Not sure of any other models or anything like that. I just know that this is for 2022 GMC Terrain at least. So yeah, thanks for watching. See you.